My name is Hoda Barakat. I'm the managing partner of Tamimi Co.
Hi, Hoda. You were awarded the Professional Achievement Award in the Women's Middle East Achievements Award 2003 and the Emirates Businesswoman Award 2005. For the benefit of our readers, could you start with some information about your background and achievements and what made you decide to be a lawyer?
Sure. I actually was a scientist, or I went to university studying sciences, and then after the first year I decided, no, being in a lab all day is definitely not my thing. So I decided to change, and I was very lucky. The university I was at allowed me to change into law, and then I did a conversion course and studied and got my law degree.
And how's it been? Did you face? Were you encouraged for the switch in career by your family, friends?
Yes, very much. My family were very encouraging, and that helps a lot, of course, when you have a supportive family. And then, I don't know, I'm a big believer of timing and luck as well. I think, certain people happen to be in the right place, happen to be at the right time. Just as I was finishing university, I knew I wanted to be a lawyer, but I just didn't know what I wanted to specialize in. And then intellectual property, which is effectively trademarks, copyrights and patents. There was a small firm in the City of London that was looking for a trainee, and I thought, this sounds interesting. And I had a science background, which is what they wanted, and sort of all kind of gelled. And I worked there, and I trained there, and I passed my exams while I was working. And then I worked there for about 4.5 years before I got married and moved out to the UAE. And again, very lucky. It was very much at the beginning of the UAE's kind of implementation and kind of adherence to intellectual property laws. So I was there. I had 4.5 years of intellectual property behind me, and very few people here knew what intellectual property was. So again, I was very much in the right place at the right time. And it's been great. We've been very lucky. UAE's been the leader in protection of intellectual property. So that's my area of practice, and the firm has grown from strength to strength as Dubai has grown bigger and bigger and has boomed. And then I was doing more and more management until about 3.5 years ago when I took over the management of the firm as the managing partner.
Impressive. For the benefit of our audience again, obviously you were part of our panel in our SMB Forum and Awards. And several members of our audience were very impressed by your refusal to sing the Women Professionals Are Victims song. Do you feel empowerment starts with the self?
Yes, definitely it starts with the self. I'm not denying that in certain countries, or maybe in certain companies or in certain situations, women are maybe not treated as fairly as they should be. But I also believe that there are certain companies that don't treat men as fairly as they should be treated, not because they're men. It could be a performance issue. It's not you're a woman, therefore you're a performer. It's not that you're a man, therefore you're a performer. I'm a big believer in performance being exactly what the word is, which is performance. I have some great female lawyers, and I have some great male lawyers. It's not a sex or a gender thing. It's actual achievement and performance and what you deliver, and looking after your clients, certainly in my field. You have to work very hard. You have to look after your clients in a service industry. So I don't believe that we should start, I'm a woman, therefore I'm downtrodden. No, you start quite the opposite. I'm a hard worker, I'm diligent, I'm loyal. These are the qualities that you need to show and prove.
So basically what you would like to suggest is that if you go with the mindset that I'm a woman, therefore I will probably be victimized, then
you probably will be. It's kind of this self-fulfilling prophecy almost.
But besides that, what are the laws like in the UAE regarding protecting women in the workplace? How advanced are they?
I don't think they're advanced or not advanced as such. I think the law doesn't specify that a man is better than a woman or that a woman is better than a man. The law says an employee. Now that could be a male or a female employee. So I don't think the laws as such discriminate either way, whether towards the man or towards the woman.
You work both in the UK and the UAE. How different have the experiences been?
I've had different experiences, but again, I don't think, and I don't perceive those differences because I'm a woman. I perceive them that London is a very different environment. Although having said that, I think Dubai, particularly over the last few years, has become as busy, as crazy. I mean, it's a buzzing city. So in that sense, I think it's, when we're talking about New York, London, Paris, Tokyo, you're also talking Dubai, and it's very, very busy. It's definitely a great place to be if you want to develop a career, if you want to be a professional, if you want to work with the best people in the business. It's a great place to be.
And in regarding the kind of cases you've handled, maybe have you seen a shift maybe in the maturity in the market or?
I think where I've seen a shift is probably, in the earlier days, as I said to you when I came, intellectual property was not well known. Mm-hmm. So you would talk to someone and they wouldn't really understand what intellectual property was. So the early days was more probably on the education, public awareness. We were doing a lot more trainings, seminars, sessions, etc. Now, no, I think there's definitely a knowledge in the market. People know what they're doing much more, and therefore we're now, at a different level of fighting different kinds of crimes and intellectual property violations.
And you feel the West tends to have a very cliched view of Middle Eastern women and their career opportunities, and have your achievements surprised people who didn't know any better?
Most definitely. I mean, I think this is one thing that is unfortunate. I mean, I travel quite a bit because I speak at quite a lot of conferences, I attend a lot of meetings abroad, etc. And, typically when they look at me, they say, "You're an Arab woman?" I say, "Yes, I'm very much an Arab woman." Working? Yes, I'm working. What do you do? I'm a lawyer. You're a lawyer? Yes, I'm a lawyer. I'm the managing partner. You're a managing partner? Yes, I'm the managing partner of my firm. How many lawyers? Say 170. What? So, yes, there's most definitely cliche. But I think people are also quite willing when they see that actually, hang on, this is a normal human being. She talks like us, acts like us. There's nothing abnormal. Maybe she dresses a little bit more conservatively than us. Okay, that we can accept that. So I think these myths and misconceptions still need a bit of tweaking. I think we're very lucky here in the UAE. Now we have 4 female ministers. One of them, Sheikha Lubna, who is a fantastic person, very outspoken. And she's in the international press a lot. So I think she's given a new dimension of thinking of what the Arab woman is, certainly to the outside world.
You also inspired a lot of our readers, and many local women professionals particularly wrote in to compliment you. And what would your advice be to young women aspiring to follow your example?
My advice, honestly, would be the same to anybody starting, which is work hard, have commitment, have loyalty. Those are really important qualities in any career. You have to work hard. Nothing comes easy in life. You have to persevere. You have to be focused to know what you want. If you're in a service industry, make sure that you're good at the service industry. If you're selling a product, make sure you know your product well and that you can sell it. But it's really, I'm a big believer of hard work and dedication, and I think you can do what you can do, and the rest is in the hand of God.
In today's changing scenario, where just as we try not to stereotype women, we can't stereotype men, and work-life balance is important for both. As a working parent, I won't use the word mother here, but as a working parent, what would your advice be to professionals, and what challenges did you face, and how did you deal with them?
I mean, up until now, I've said, no difference, men, women. I have to say, this is one area where I do think there is a difference. And I am a working mother, I'm a working parent, and I'm very proud of being a mother and a parent. But undoubtedly, and I think very few people could challenge this, which is undoubtedly a woman has a working mother has a lot more to juggle than a working father. As I say, there are exceptions to every rule, but as a general rule, that's accurate. You do find, and this work-life balance is a constant challenge. It's not, I have work-life balance. I think very, very few people have a work-life balance. I think it's a huge challenge for people. I wish I could say I had it. I don't think I do. I strive to it. I talk about it, but it's difficult. You've got children. You have to worry about their school. You have to worry about their health. You have to worry about their food. You have to worry how they get from A to B. You have to, there's all that side of things, and then the house, and about of course your husband if you're a woman, and then your career.